simple than Scythe is, while Scythe plays more with the directions in all kinds of ways.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Scythe is way more of like it's way more of like a, you know, swing a weapon where you're like, I'm gonna swing you over here, I'm gonna take you over here, then I'm gonna take you up here. Whereas Battle Boots is more like a bullet. It's like if you get a super good string on Battle Boots, it's like you will go in a horizontal line from the center of the stage to the left or right blast zone, and then you're just gone.
Sure, and then you gotta not dismiss the orb that Fry has also been playing for so long. I think Battle Boots and Orb are very similar in the way they're played, aren't they? Because they're both so horizontal, they're both so linear.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Battle Boots is just a bit more string heavy than Orb is, because their moves are very similar in the way they send you the trajectory they hit you in. I think if there is a battle, if there is a Battle Boots, Orb Legend, that might not work out too well because it's practically the same thing for both weapons. So there's no real switch up.
Yeah, simpLe has been doing a very impressive job so far at taking this back. Fry is going to be able to find that first KO though. Sticking it to the Scythe as well. Ground pound, cheeky little ground pound to see if simpLe would try and do some sort of wake-up attack.
Yes, sir. And so far, Fry is slightly ahead. simpLe trying to play it out on the offstage there. Even while unarmed, he did not care for that weapon too much, and Fry is acknowledging that and just weapon starving simpLe as much as he can, pulling ahead right here, and now he's a full stock ahead. That weapon starve really put Fry in a good situation right here.
It's putting him in a very good situation, but simpLe will be able to find that KO with the gauntlets in hand now, probably favoring the Battle Boots. He will indeed. Fry taking that gauntlets to his face, that's a little bit unfortunate, but equally funny.
Yes, sir. And this match so far, very even, a bit slower than I expected to, considering we're seeing two string weapons here. But these players are just so careful with each other right now that while I'm saying that, simpLe is going in hard. Never mind what I was saying. But I think simpLe going in there was actually part of his plan, because he realized they're both playing it careful. They're just tapping each other out a little bit. So they're tiptoeing around each other, playing those footsies that you know from every fighting game there is. And so far, Fry was ahead, so simpLe realized I might have to switch up the momentum here and just go in with Battle Boots. And that seemed to work out very well there, so now simpLe is putting a lot more pressure onto Fry, and the game is slowly speeding up now, with simpLe just going hit for hit and winning most of the interactions.
The game is definitely slowly speeding up. simpLe able to take that stock out fairly efficiently as well, sticking to these Battle Boots. I'm wondering if he's going to try and end this stock with a bang.
Probably. He switched over to the Battle Boots, which seemingly started working really well there for simpLe. Maybe he was just heating up a little bit. Maybe he didn't warm up between the sets. But simpLe on the Battle Boots is something I did not honestly expect to see when the weapon came out. simpLe always been a bit more of a neutral-heavy player. I did not expect to see him on a string weapon too much. But as far as he's shown right now, that actually works out quite well.
It's working out super well indeed. Fry able to get some of that stage control, but it will quickly be reversed upon him. Sidelight Sarah on the stage though, hunting simpLe, but he's going to give him a chance to get that weapon. Great Endlight as well to throw him out a little bit, to give him some extra time. simpLe is looking clean, but Fry is so close to the KO.
Now, these players, I believe, have gone up against each other in major tournaments multiple times and ranked way more often than they could probably count.
Oh,
that is exactly the reason why they're tiptoeing around each other like they are right now. They just know so well what each other is capable of, and Fry just shows up what that exactly is. And you might think going into this, oh, simpLe has this. simpLe has like won multiple tournaments. He's come second so many dozens of times. But the reason they are so careful right now is exactly because FryDasOle is capable of exactly what he's just shown. He is so good at taking it from you. You think you have it, FryDasOle takes it right back.
Yeah, Fry is like... You always need to keep an eye on Fry. You can never count out Fry, because the moment that you count him out, the moment when everyone is like, yeah, there's no way Fry has this. That's when he just blossoms. That's when he blows up and he just becomes momentarily the best player in the world just to prove everyone wrong and win the game.
Exactly, and going into this game 3, I think? Or game 2?
Or game 2? I don't know, dude. It's hard to keep track. It is going to be game 2. Fry winning the first one. We've been watching both of these players so much that, you know, it's hard to keep track sometimes.
3, 2, 1,
Exactly. And going into this game, simpLe seemingly started to speed it up a lot more there towards the end, and that really worked out quite well. I think this game we're going to see a lot more quick gameplay than we did in the first one, but if that works out in simpLe's favor, or if it works out in Fry's favor, I'm not entirely sure of. Who do you think will do the better job at adapting to the quickness of the gameplay all of a sudden?
I feel like if this turns into a fast game, that's where Fry like shines. Like simpLe, I would say, like when it comes to the weapons that simpLe is on, simpLe's weapons might be a little bit better at, you know, having a faster pace, especially the battle boots, of course. But Fry, I feel like I know Fry more for that than I know simpLe for that. You know what I mean? It's kind of a gut feeling. But simpLe so far, he has been taking a higher pace, and he's been doing so very, very well so far.
And I think that's working exactly that well because of the way battle boots are right now. And I'm just looking at it, simpLe has so much control. Once he hits you, he just keeps it going, and that's exactly why the pace is all of a sudden so much quicker. Because battle boots is a weapon where if you can keep it going, you will keep it going. There is no questions asked right there. And Fry seemingly is just struggling to adapt quite a bit to the battle boots, going in as much as they are, considering how slow comparably the first game was. I think he's going to need a minute or two more to quite adapt to that.
Yeah, for sure, but Fry is still able to make a lot of great things happen. You know, you might be scrambling about, having a hard time adapting, not really sure what's going on, but still in those moments of doubt, Fry is able to recognize a lot of these punishes, and he's able to deal some damage when it matters.
For sure, and I want to talk about some drip here real quick. I remember, I don't know if any of the viewers know this or they were there, you once hosted a drip contest.
I did indeed.
Yes. Now, looking at the drip of simpLe, we already know Fry's drip. He's been rocking this for a long time. What do you think about this white Tesca with the Skyforged battle boots?
Oh, both of these drips are incredibly boring. Nothing, like, I haven't talked about the drip so far yet because there is none, Addy. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm not gonna lie to your face. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to the Twitch viewers. We all know there's no drip here. FryDasOle, maybe he has a little bit with the Enchantress, but, you know, even then he's kind of relying on the fact that it's a really good skin.
For sure, man. And as you go on that rant about drip, I think simpLe was a bit enraged and outraged over your statement of him having no drip, so he just decided to end the game real quickly and show you why his drip is seemingly superior.
Yeah, he obviously wants to prove me wrong. That is definitely why he won.
For sure. And going into this next game,
Wait, what?
Wait,
what? Fry, you need to calm down. Somebody needs to call Fry, and they need to tell him that everything is going to be okay, because he has resorted to psychological warfare. This is the first, sorry, it's not the first, it's the second mirror with Munir and Pavelski having one earlier on Jaehyun. But Fry is on the Tesca. Now Fry, keep in mind, when you think of Fry, of course, you think of an Enchantress, but Fry is good at gauntlets. Like, Fry has actually played gauntlets. He knows how to play gauntlets.
For sure, as there is a Mordex, which he has played quite a lot. I believe his Mordex is actually pretty high level. But I'm seeing the Gold Forged Battle Boots, which so far, oh my god, simpLe winning hard off stage right there. I don't know what to expect yet from FryDasOle's Battle Boots, as he did just lose off stage there, but that may not have been an accurate representation of what is about to come. But we'll see what FryDasOle has cooking up on the Battle Boots.
We will indeed see what he has cooking up on the battle boots. Great signature, okay. A little bit of a curveball. simple wasn't really that prepared for it. Now over onto the battle boots. Fry is playing well.
Indeed, that offstage is going entirely different than it did earlier. There's more damage buildup going on, and simple misses that seemingly free ground pound, as Battle Boots ground pound is a bit hard to space compared to the Gauntlet ground pound. It is deceivingly so. But right now, Fry is suddenly winning the offstage, but he's still quite far behind damage-wise. If he doesn't get the KO here on simple anytime soon, he will stay one stock behind, but he does manage to get that little bit of an edge right here and now, but he needs quite some damage here before he goes down. Otherwise, simple will still maintain that one stock lead.
He will indeed get that lead if simple is able to get this stock off. Fry on the gauntlets, great nair coming out. Catching yet another one, throwing him off stage. Of course, this is what Fry prefers, having their opponent off stage. But simple is going to be able to find the KO relatively quickly.
Now, more so, you've talked about Fry being quite skilled at the gauntlets, or being used to the gauntlets, which I reasoned for being the Mordex. But so far, he's been doing more work with the battle boots, honestly.
Yeah, the battle boots from FryDasOle's part are looking great. He's keeping it going. Second ground pound would have been the KO, but unfortunately, it's not going to be connecting. And simple, I mean, FryDasOle, he might be a little bit shaken up by missing that edge guard. And simple, he's giving a spark of hope as Fry messes that up. It's looking like simple is riding a wave of confidence right now.
Now, we gotta point out, right? FryDasOle, he streams all of this on the side, right? And I check in there from time to time. Obviously, I love not just Fry, but I love seeing whenever players are streaming. I love seeing their perspective. And when I look over at Fry, I just see this guy having fun. He's laughing. He's making a joke out of everything. So I don't know if he's taken this set entirely serious, or at this point he's just memeing a bit with that Tesca pick.
You can't blame him. I never say that a player is trolling or a player is trying to mess around, because, like, how rude would that be if they're trying their heart out and you're just like, oh, who is this guy? This guy's being a clown. He's goofing around. And this guy's over here. You know that meme of the speedrunner? He has, like, sweat running across his face. You hear his keyboard. He's smashing his keyboard. They're playing the game like that. And you're calling him a clown. So, I wouldn't be too quick to say that anyone is messing around, but let's just say that maybe, hypothetically, metaphorically, there could be a parallel universe where this is true.
That is quite the diabolical choice of words there, Polymonto. Going into this game 4, simple currently being up 2-1, Fry has switched back to the Enchantress that we know him very well for, but simple just seemingly keeping that control on the battle boots, just keeping Fry off stage, keeping him in the bad spots. But even when he goes down, Fry does not seem to be able to convert off those disadvantaged states that simple keeps putting himself in whenever he does, like, a battle boots down air or whatever, which would seem below him.
Yeah. Simple also, so far, one thing, when I think of Fry as being super good at landing, because he's really good at having a floaty playstyle and kind of, infuriating his opponent into messing up and allowing him to land. But simple's anti-air is looking so good.
For sure, okay. And I'm just looking at it. Simple, once again, is very far
This is a disconnect. There's no way this is... Yeah, I believe this is a disconnect from FryDasOle's part. And of course, Simple showing good sportsmanship, is not attacking the bot, running away, trying to keep the game even. The reason Simple did attack Fry's bot there was because Fry's bot got damage on him, so he hit him to equalize the damage out again.
Looking at FryDasOle's stream, I am not entirely sure if his game crashed. It did, and he's restarting it right now, but simple seemingly does not want to keep waiting a bit more here as he keeps attacking FryDasOle's bot. We'll see how much Fry can bring this back once he reconnects, which he just has. And you can really tell the difference in the movement between a bot, obviously, and an actual player.
Oh, now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there is absolutely zero obligation for simple to do that. That's just a thing we do here. Yeah, usually, almost all Brawlhalla top players will show sportsmanship and never attack the bot.
Obviously, that's respect for each other. That is pure sportsmanship.
Nothing about it
for
in
each
the
other.
rules. Nothing about it in the rules. Just fighting game culture.
You gotta keep in mind, all these players are playing for money. We're on top 8 here. They're just playing to double the prize that they can win. And them waiting for each other is such pure respect. Because they are playing for hundreds of euros here. And they just decide to wait and potentially lose the game.
Yeah, simpLe in the full stock lead now over Fry. This is going to be a absolute mountain to climb for him, and it is going to be a humongous task. But like we said earlier, whenever people doubt Fry, that's when he becomes the best player in the world, and he has the offstage, and he's able to get the KO super efficiently, evening out the stocks. This is it. This is Fry. Fry is leveling up. This is FryDasOle 2.0.
You know, that quick little restart match, I think that was Fry starting up the engine again. You know, sometimes your PC overheats, you gotta give it a quick break. And I think Fry's engine was running out of steam right there, so you give it a quick restart, put in some new fuel, and now he's back with that fresh heat right there. He's steaming hot.
Fry is looking so ready. He's looking for these stairs, but simpLe finding a ground pound. Second one, third one. Weapon throws ineffective. But Fry with the dare. It gives him the chase dodge. He tries to go for the KO. It's ineffective, but he is still in the game.
That is something that will always get me excited. Someone that should be gone, should be out of the match, getting back really closely with a chase dodge like that. FryDasOle is still in this. He can still win this. That was insane. Ladies and
Highlight coming out.
gentlemen.
FryDasOle is looking for the KO. simpLe, he's clinging on to hope now. He is so close, and he has been so close for the longest time. And he's like, why won't you go down? And finally, he will. There it is. simpLe winning the set 3-1. FryDasOle giving us a little bit of a peek at his true capabilities at the end there. But in the end, simpLe will prevail.
Sir, simpLe prevailed, and I do believe after the set we will be switching casters, aren't we?
I do believe so, indeed. We have some really, really goated casters to take over from here on out. Of course, there's so much more Brawlhalla to watch, so much more Brawlhalla to enjoy. We are just getting started. We have still Pavelski and Defi in winners finals. Munir going up against Machete, and then the winner of that is going to be facing off against simpLe.